into it talking. Right? You know how it is. It's a surprise Fresh Friday, y'all. Impromptu.
Do we got that jingle yet?
You got that what?
That jingle?
I'm almost done, actually.
Okay.
It's almost done.
I'm almost done, yeah.
Really? I didn't know you was literally gonna do it.
Yeah. So,
all right, that's what's up. Yeah. I don't know what we going to just Fresh Friday. You gonna put music behind it, like everything?
Yeah, I got the music too. Yeah.
Nice.
Antoine's got it.
Is somebody singing?
It's not really gonna be singing. It's like
a little mini jingle.
Yeah, it's not long. Like 30 seconds.
That's cool.
45.
30. Yeah, that's cool because we're putting this in podcast format.
Yeah, that works.
So that'd be a good. Don't be getting us no copyright issues though.
No. Completely or original. We good.
Original above board. That's cool. That's cool.
I got one for our recap one I'm thinking about too. So
okay.
Come on, Deacon. You better come on with Bethany social media team.
I think we could change it to like View from the Pew or something. But
the
recap title.
No.
No. I mean, we talked about it.
We'll talk later.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's usually her cue. Like, I'm scared. I'm nervous. Let's not do it now. Maya's. Everything's got to be.
Yeah, in a box.
In a box. I got to be comfortable. It's a whole thing.
Right. That's not even true.
You're lying. It's a whole thing.
What's up, everybody? What's going on? It's 19 of y'all. Y'all not talking?
Hey, Pastor Nick.
Remember, it's a surprise. They didn't know we were coming on.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get on here and share it.
Yeah, get on there and share, y'all. What'd you say, Kev?
No, I was telling you that I gave Kev the disclaimer. Don't start stuff today.
We're starting stuff today.
Listen, it would not be a Fresh Friday without laughter, some fellowship, and some shade, right?
Thank you.
We call ourselves the Shady Bunch.
Is that like laughter, fellowship, and shade?
Yeah, there we go.
Laughter, fellowship, and shade.
Yeah.
Shadiness and being petty is not a fruit of the spirit, y'all. We got to do something better. Something better.
Oh my.
So Jody changed up a lot. So she cut her hair for the last one. Now she come back and she darker.
Looking like a Dominican.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. Antoine said that.
I had to do it.
Antoine said that.
A lot. Yep.
She gonna wear a doily next time for church. Okay, Cap, I see you try to grow a beard in. I see you.
You see it, right? It's coming in a little bit.
It's a little patchy, but it's growing in. Good.
Bro, it's a struggle, man.
Just let me live. I'm quite sure you ain't start off like that.
No, I don't have the chance to filter my hair in though, like you be doing.
This is what we're doing tonight.
This is what we're doing tonight. But look, no, honestly, I let mine grow in more because this side over here doesn't grow in as much. So I had to let it grow out thicker so it all could work out. That's why I'm coming out at pandemic. Y'all gonna see me in person, beard thick, just damn it. It's gonna be cool.
Oh, you're gonna have to be there. I'm telling you, it's a process. People don't understand.
Yeah, it is.
Females, y'all think that it's a process for y'all edges. It's a process for our beards. It is a process.
Especially when it's patchy in little places. You gotta
keep shaving.
Go through an ugly stage.
For some odd reason, the struggle is always like right here.
Yep.
The struggle.
That's your struggle right there.
I don't really care
about the struggle.
Yeah, yours doesn't look like it's gonna grow up too high. Yeah, I'm not being shady when I say it. I'm just saying.
No, yeah, I'm fine with
that.
It's
gonna be right there. I'm talking about Kev. Like Antoine, you ain't got no face. Antoine got a little chin hair right there. That's it.
You got a little something on the side, little chin strap.
He'll mature one day.
Hey, it is.
Oh my
God! I'm proud of my little chin strap, man.
You know, hilarious.
Look, beard game. What's up, Andre? Hey, Carmel. Hey, Aunt Car. How you doing, sweetheart?
Oh, Andre, our loyal fan, you know, the one that always comments on the Fresh Friday.
Andre funny.
Yeah, he is. Even though last time he canceled Kevin and I, but you know.
Canceled? Wow.
Kev talked about not having fried chicken.
Oh, that was the last one?
I think.
Really?
I thought
No,
we
that was
we did the pill. We did the pill last one.
We did the pill last time.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we did do that. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We
No,
did cancel you.
I think we did. I think we actually did both of them.
we did?
We did the two the last time. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Okay.
watching from
All
the
right.
Well,
beginning.
that just goes to show you guys go back and watch our content.
Yeah.
Go back and watch it. So
North Carolina's in
what's
there.
up? Hey, Gloria, how you doing from North Carolina? What's up, y'all? I know this is impromptu. That's why we're bantering, because y'all didn't know we were coming on. We usually come on the second Friday of every month, but me and Maya looked at each other today like, you know, we miss Fresh Friday. Let's round the crew up and come on tonight.
Yeah.
It did feel like it was a while.
Yeah, because you know we were doing it twice a month, and then it's like, let's do.
And I think everything with Bishop's anniversary, with all that this month,
Yeah.
all that content come out, it just felt like we were just.
Pastor Yo, what's up, man?
Yeah. So I figure we keep doing the second Friday of the month,
Mhm.
and then when something pops off, we can just jump on,
Okay.
because we got to be able to talk about what's going on in the streets,
Yeah,
right?
I gotta keep it current.
Yeah.
The millennials, they talk about it anyway, so we got to figure out what's going on in the streets.
You're right.
I'm just saying, you know, they want to hear from us.
Well, we were talking about Kevin
Which one?
Johnson's
Okay.
skincare routine. Skin is like perfect, pretty much.
It's probably from the soul glow that's in his hair, because his hair is very glistening. His hair is glistening under the light.
Pastor
But you
Nick.
notice that? You see,
You said
like,
that's what my uncle says to me.
like that Jermaine Jackson.
Oh, no,
Sparkling, yo.
Pastor Nick, now,
Like you got glitter in your hair. Go ahead, boy.
no, I want to give a big shout out to my sister Brittany, who got me on some skincare stuff to get my face right, and drinking a lot of water during the summer, and you got to throw a lot of shade too to keep the face good. So
Hey, yo.
yeah, I got you.
Yo, something is wrong with something is wrong with these people. So I can't stand y'all. This is hilarious. So sports is back, thank God. Even though I think baseball and baseball and football is making a mistake.
You're not doing the dome thing, right?
No, they're not doing. Only the NBA is doing the dome thing, the bubble joint. And I think the bubble for the NBA is going to work out good as long as they can stay on in the bubble.
Yes.
They'll be all right.
And not getting any wings.
Right. We're not even going to talk about that. We're going to leave that one alone. You're willing to put yourself and everybody else at risk over some wings? I'm like, bro.
That's what times.
They got chefs, right?
Yes, they got chefs, but he said they got the best wings, so we went there. But we can't talk about that because here's he said your soul glow is going after you got baptized.
We was here. You gave me a second chance.
you know what's crazy about these athletes? I think first off, we forget how young they are.
Yeah. They're
like still 18, 24 years old. And it's like, yo, you're giving up a $10 million, opportunity for something as small as, something that can get you suspended, like smoking weed or going to get some wings. Like, bruh, I mean, literally, if somebody said, I'll give you $20 million, but you need to stay in this bubble and you cannot leave for months. And watch, now this bubble is not like them being in just one location. They got like a whole restaurant. They got a whole resort. Mm-hmm. You mean to tell me you can't stay on a resort?
That's crazy, bro. And it's brand new. It's not like old. Hey, Bahamas.
Oh, what's up from Bahamas?
That's cool.
Rain.
Yeah.
Rain.
But I'm just saying, like, could you? All right, let me ask you a question. So somebody says, "Look, I give you $30 million, but you need to go to this island. You can only stay in the house for 6 months, no internet. The only thing you got is a TV. Could you do it for
Is
6
there some good food there?
You got food, but you
Yeah,
got to stay in that house. I give you $30 million, no internet. You can't be on your cell phone scrolling social media. You got a house phone and a TV. Would you stay there for 6 months?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
30.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a problem. There's more than one way to skin a cat.
And listen, I will be so chilling.
For 30 million.
30.
Can I get some books too, or that's too much?
You can have books,
right?
Okay.
you can have books.
Like he
You
gonna
can have books. Now, we all know Kevin Johnson. He'll take his phone with him and take a whole bunch of pictures. Now, as soon as he comes out at 6 months, his Instagram page is going to be like 20 pictures a day. It's just
listen. I'm telling you, the stories will be on point. Okay, I'm telling you, the lighting, everything.
right. What's up, Australia? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all doing it for free healthcare. I don't blame y'all.
From all over the world.
All right, so
yeah,
we haven't bashed Maya in like 12 minutes, so it'll come soon.
Oh.
It's okay. Y'all don't need to.
It'll come soon. It'll
My
come
We
All right.
good.
So
Yeah.
the topic today, what initiated this talking about this at Fresh was what's up Fort Worth was on Tuesday. Some of us were here at the church and we were taping some stuff and we started talking about basically the temptation of body image during this time, especially Instagram. This is something that's been troubling me for a long time. Is what I like to call the Instagram build a body look. And
What is that look, Pastor Nick?
Yeah, I was going to say, could you be more specific?
I would say it's being disproportioned.
Disproportion to what?
I'm trying to. It's a Christian podcast. Christian things. I'm trying
You put it out there, so.
It's like how can I put what's those things that like the hourglass when you turn it over and it goes like this, so it's like this, and then you're like, and then
Yeah.
the unnatural look. Now I'm not against people doing stuff to for their image. I'm not against that at all. But I'm talking about the temptation of having a certain look where people are having all these different surgeries, having all these different things that are doing in order to look a certain way. And you notice it's all trying to look the same way. Oh Lord, when we were offline, we had more of a freer conversation. But Jody tried to get me in trouble, but she know what I'm talking about.
It's in trouble.
But we all know what's a little more natural, what's not. Put it that way. All right. And the temptation, I would say the pressure that is putting on some people to look a certain way. And the temptation to look a certain way has always been there before. But I think more so now because you see, man, we should have talked about this more in depth offline because I'm trying to manage how I'm saying this. And I think a lot of insecurities, a lot of attention has people doing things to fit into a certain look.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice all the looks are the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before it was like your mama gave that to you. Now it's like something else did it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I wonder how all the filters, all the brushed up pictures and everything, what they're doing to our youth as it relates to how they look. Nobody's telling them you have to look like this. But if you constantly see an airbrushed look of somebody, like I saw somebody put up a picture, be proud of what you look like, but they were airbrushed. I'm like, well, if you were proud of how you looked, why did you airbrush yourself?
Yeah.
You know, so that kind of conversation started off because somebody said, well, that look is getting attention. And I'm like, well, that look may get attention, but is that the type of attention that you want, though? If all you present is your sexuality, guess what you're going to get?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not even just for the ladies, that's for guys too, because guys have a way of presenting stuff too. But that was kind of the thought, and I want to hear what you guys. I'm not against, but people are gonna get to know who you really are. And watch this: as you get older, time is going to tell on you.
Yeah. They're gonna find out one way or another.
Because gravity starts to kick in after a while. Stuff changes. That was the nicest way.
That's a fact.
Basically, when you get older, everything drops. So you can't keep up with things all the time.
Yeah.
But it reminds me though, you remember a couple years ago when Kylie Jenner, when she first came out and she had that makeup line, and you remember she had like the big lips, and like it was the challenge where kids were actually like putting like what was it, like a water bottle or something? Like
water
cup on their lips, make it big, and it like made it big for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
They were trying to swell up their lips for a period of time. Yeah.
right. It's
Or the duck face on purpose.
right. Like you want to walk around with big lips.
But and the thing is, like, they do those before and after pictures, like, this is what they look like before. Or they like, oh yeah, we're not trying to, body shame people doing that stuff like that. We're talking about you've had people who have gotten some of these surgeries in these places and they've died because they were getting injections and all those things like that. And some people, they feel like I only got a certain window to make all this money.
Yeah.
And then they make it all. But then we were talking about how some celebrities are going back to more of their natural look because all the augmentation was hurting them in the long run.
Yeah.
Here's somebody put this up. Y'all ever heard of Sarah Bartman before?
Yeah.
You remember reading about her story and how they put her on display? And I think her body was put up on display for a little while too, like even after that too. Y'all can help me out here. I guess, and Kevin, you brought it up, like, cool with the lip thing. I just wonder what are the pressure that's on our children. Watch this. Think about when we were teenagers and the pressure we had just watching TV and your friends to adjust to a certain look, image, or personality. Now it's in your face 24/7.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't have a cell phone with the internet when I was in high school.
Right.
But imagine what that is like now. So what do y'all kind of think about this? That we can,
No, I think obviously it's having some sort of effect because the kids these days don't know like the kids when I was a kid. So something's going on.
They don't.
They don't. They look older than I do.
They do.
And they dress that way on purpose to get the attention. Because they think they think they get the attention of the opposite sex better when they look a certain way, or they're the popular ones when they look a certain way. I was talking to actually a fourth grader, and she was, talking and dressing a certain way, and I'm like, "Why are you doing that?" And she's like, "Well, that's how I make my friends." And I was like, "Oh, God." We had to have a difficult conversation, with her parents, but
wow.
It's a real thing that they're facing, because if they're not fitting in, then they feel as though, they are secluded and teased and all that. So, yeah.
So you brought something up, Antoine. Do you think that like parents aren't really as much involved as they should be as far as like having conversations, like with their kids, give them that, that self-confidence, let them know like, hey, like you're good just the way you are. You won't need to, do as much or, try to fit in. You can just be yourself.
I would say yes and no. There are good parents, but there are a lot of baby parents.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
There are a lot of babies having kids.
Yeah.
And they themselves are dealing with an identity crisis. So now your child is going to deal with the same thing. So yeah.
Jody, you look like you got something on your mind.
Yeah.
She got that contemplative look.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of it is people are looking to outside factors to define who they are, right? And I think that when we grow up knowing the Bible and knowing God for ourselves, we understand that we're made in His image. That's something that I think was ingrained in many of us as children, but like what does that mean if we all look different? And like, it's like, well, I see on social media, this is what it looks like. So I must need to look like that. And I think part of it is needing more positive reinforcement from us, from the millennials. Like they need to see us showing them that it's okay to
be you,
have big lips. It's okay to, whatever. Like it's okay if you don't have these certain assets or whatever it might be. Like you're still beautiful. But unfortunately, because social media pretty much runs millennial and younger generations' lives, that is who they're looking to get in for pretty much everything from relationships to how they look.
Right.
So I think it falls back really on us to start to encourage these young people more, encourage our peers more, to just be themselves without needing to feel like they have to look a certain way. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
I think people learning to be their best self. So for instance, right, I'm all for, do this. So I know me, when I'm about at a certain size, I feel better. My body feels better. My mind is more clear. Since COVID, I started eating a little more and gained a little bit of weight. Right. And I know I don't feel as good. But I think the other flip side of it is some people, well, I'm fine just the way I am, and you're unhealthy. And this is not sides. This is talking about just in general. I think we should focus on being in our best shape and health for our own individual selves.
Yes.
Some people, I remember back in the early 2000s when Paris Hilton was really big on the scene. Yeah. They had a party where everybody had to be like a size 2 and a 0, and that's it.
Toothpicks.
And you remember back in the early 2000s, every actress was trying to be super thin. And eventually it got so out of control that people start rebelling against it because people were looking just sickly. Yeah. But Jody, you're right. I think that narrative of not just the parents, but those that are in their peer group, a little bit older than them, presenting this image of, there are a variety of people in this world. Yeah. Which means that there is no one unique standard of beauty. I remember I was talking to somebody one time and she's like, well, I don't feel pretty, so. And I said, well, tell me some women you think are pretty. She mentioned about 5 of them. I said, all 5 of them look different. So which one is the standard?
Right.
It's like, I never thought about it like that. I'm like, well, yeah. They all look different. So, but again, I think this whole look that's trying to be presented is one universal look, is doing some harm. And some people that are older that may not understand how Gen Z and millennials think, well, it's not that big of a deal. But when this is constantly in your face, that comparison is real. But Kevin Johnson, you were going to say something?
I was going to say that I feel like social media is really what, like, the Gen Z and millennials, because you see everybody wants to be the same. So as you're going down your timeline, you see the same thing, same post from the next person. They want to look like this. They want to look like this. You don't have anyone that's really like, if you don't have that person in your peer, like Jody is saying, a peer or someone in your family or someone a little bit older than you, doing something different, then you're going to think, okay, that's the standard. That's the normal, when that's not the normal. And who said that was the normal? So I definitely feel like social media does play a role in it, because I know when we were growing up, social media was not heavy like that. Always the Disney Channel. So you were just trying to get on the Disney Channel. No matter what you look like. You weren't trying to look. You weren't trying to impress nobody. Right. You were trying to do the Mickey Mouse. What you were trying to do. But now that, you have more access to looking at celebrities and different influencers, even like bloggers who are not that big, they portray this idea of what it should be when it's not that. But that's all I had on my mind.
I remember was it? I think it was either last year or 2 years ago when Lil Bow Wow took that picture in front of a private plane and act like he was going on it, and then somebody took a picture of him on a commercial plane.
Right.
He was on the Bow Wow challenge.
Everybody doing the Bow Wow challenge. Yeah, like, why did you have to do that? What's wrong with you flying commercial?
Right. Like, I know you're still getting checks, but you don't have to let nobody know that you're flying private when you're not. Like, sitting in no.
And at the same time, it's like, people have phones now. They can record you and take pictures of you. everywhere. But you have people, I know, you have people renting private planes just to take pictures on them, just to present like they're living that lifestyle. You got people buying clothes, taking them home, taking pictures in them, and then keeping the tags on and taking them back to the store just so they can model them though. And I think the quest for happiness and attention has been there since human beings have fallen from sin. I just think it's a whole lot worse now because of the availability of it. Do we really want attention and notoriety that bad? Well, obviously the answer is yes. That bad?
Yeah. I think what is a symptom of what's going on the inside.
Right.
Like that needs to get fixed first and foremost. We can try to do our best to show people, you could be who you want to be, but if they're not truly working on whatever is going on the inside, or I should say, if we're not truly working on what's going on the inside, it's going to continue and it's like a monster.
Yeah. And not only that, just to piggyback off that, not only is social media the problem, but it's also the problem of us not encouraging each other. You have people that put other people down because they look a certain way and stuff like that. And how are you trying to look a certain way, but you're, dismissing what someone else looks like? Like, that plays a huge role in it as well. Like, they post a picture and somebody say, oh, your feet are too big, or, you have a big head, or, you have a gap in your teeth. Like, it doesn't define you. Like, everyone should know, it's crazy. It's like Jody said, it's a monster. It's really a beast out here, and it really it messes with people in a mental state as well.
I think everybody has insecurities. I don't know, not one person is not insecure about something about themselves, some way, shape, or form.
Right.
But every time we talk about insecurities, it goes back to something we talked about on Bible Study Wednesday. We touched on it. Was the first thing that affected Adam and Eve when they fell was their self-perception.
Yeah.
They started living in shame based off what they saw. And God's question is, and here's the question to all of us tonight, is who told you?
Right.
Who told you this was bad? Who told you that your feet was too big? Who told you that so-and-so? Who told you ... Because like Kevin said, who told you this? Because in one place this is attractive, but another place is not attractive. But who told you all these things, weren't that good when you notice what's in changes over time.
Right.
And a lot of our insecurities comes from comparison and who told us about this.
Yeah.
I ain't the tallest guy in the world. Antoine's a little about my height, just a tad shorter, but I see your little shade, Jody. I can see your little shade, Jody. She's like, you're short. But that's okay though, but I think it goes back to what created this thought process about us. It didn't come from anywhere. It didn't magically appear out of nowhere where you looked and said, hey, I need my hair to look like this.
Right.
And I'm not against the look. Like when I start going bald, I let my beard grow in because I want to balance out the hair ratio on my head. Because I think the beard looks better with the bald head. That's what's comfortable for me. But if all my weight was in my hair and I lost it, I'd be a miserable person. We all can't have the soul glow like Kevin has with the shine. Every time he moves forward in the light, you see that thing sparkle. or the waves like the other Kevin. Kevin waves are like flowing.
Trying, man. Trying.
Right. But let's go from there though. Let's talk about this. Not without getting too personal, but that's the question: who told you? And that's what all of us think about.
Yeah.
Obviously, when God said, "Who told you?" I didn't tell you that.
Right.
Yeah.
You got that from somebody else besides me.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm not saying that looks aren't important, because looks are important. People especially saved folk, I'm gonna date somebody. They got the Holy Ghost, and I want them saved. And how they look don't matter. You are a liar, liar, liar. The person has to be attractive to you. When you mad at that person, you ain't gonna look over and say they so annoying. You like, you ugly. That's what you go through. You have to be able to look at the person. So I'm not saying you just look any old way, like you roll out of bed and don't care how you look. You can care about how you look.
Yeah.
How you look shouldn't control who you are.
Yeah.
Right.
How you look shouldn't be your number one source of value.
Yeah.
Because the looks change.
Yeah, they do.
When you get in a relationship with somebody, you're gonna be with somebody you grow old with. So when stuff starts to adjust, you still got something to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that right there with the adjustment. Because stuff will change the older you get.
Yeah.
And do we have something to talk about after things change?
Right.
All right, I'm sorry. I ran it for
Nah, you good.
Good.
But I guess to answer your question of who told you, that would reverse the insecurity once we answer it. And then, I mean, I remember I told my mom I was too dark skinned.
Wow.
And she was like, "Who told you that?" Because for a long time I was getting teased because of my color complexion. Like dark, like all that kind of stuff. And it made me very unhappy about the color of my skin.
Wow.
And she was like, "Don't you know a lot of people wish they were darker skinned? People go and be tan and all that other stuff." And I was just like, okay, she did her best at convincing me that black is beautiful, But as I grew, I went back to those people that said that, and now, some of them, trying to get darker, and others are upset because they light skin, that kind of thing. But what is that?
What was that?
Probably my daughter.
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, did the Family Matters music start coming on my ass while I was talking? Like, whoa.
My bad. It's
What was that? I thought it was me at first. Like, what is it? But all in all, I think getting to the root of that question will make us a lot more happy. Even if you don't have the opportunity to talk to the person who said it, but understanding that you were born the way that you were born and that you don't have to change would help a lot of the insecurities.
You done jumped into something, Antoine.
Uh-oh.
And I thought about talking about this earlier, but I wasn't sure if we should go into it, but I guess we should since you brought it up. And that's even colorism.
Yeah.
Big.
Big issue.
And not even just outside, but inside. But we could start outside. It's funny how most of what's demonized about African Americans, people are now getting surgery to get.
Noses, lips,
hello,
buttocks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello. Now they're getting surgery to get, but that's a whole nother thing right there. But even within us,
yeah,
the whole paper bag test. So we can laugh and joke like Kevin may have light skin privilege, but but that's how people joke about stuff. But a lot there, what's interesting? A lot of I'm in between, so I'm not light or dark. I'm like
brown skin,
middle of the road. So, but growing up, you made fun of the dark skinned ones. You made fun of the light skinned ones.
Yeah.
Because the thought of beauty was the more European you looked, the more beautiful you were. So if your nose was thinner, your lips were smaller, you were considered a good looking person. And that's even within our own, that we do it to ourselves too. And a lot of people don't think about how people feel when they make somebody because they're too dark or because they're too this or because they're too that. And the complex they have growing up. So then you get into the angry dark-skinned woman or the angry dark-skinned guy or the privileged light-skinned one. When the privileged light-skinned one's like, what are you talking about? I don't feel that. I remember my wife told me that she had somebody walk up to her, didn't even know her, and said, I know you snooty because you light-skinned.
Yeah.
Someone said that to her?
No.
Didn't even know her. I know you got because you light-skinned.
The question is, what was the response?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
I don't remember what the response was. That was a long time ago. I don't remember the response. But she said something though. Go ahead, Kevin. No, go ahead, Kevin.
Stop, Kevin.
Go ahead, Kev. You want to say something? Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that that 9 times out of 10, when people say something about your color, just any feature on your body or just how you carry yourself, like dressing or anything, is usually people don't know how to give a compliment. So instead of giving a compliment, they make fun of it.
Yeah.
So they may be like, "Oh, I don't like those." Like they'll say something about your shoes, but in the back of their head, they want those shoes. And I feel like as you get older, you start to realize that the clothes that you have on your back, whatever nose you have, whatever ears you have, whatever head that you have, it shouldn't stop you from progressing in life and, loving yourself more. You know what I mean? That's like perfect example when I just know we live in a time where they feel as though if you have designer clothes that you can dress and you have style, and that is totally wrong. That is totally wrong, because I know a lot of people that have a lot of labels that look a mess.
Clowns.
So you should not let designer things define you, because you can have Gucci, Louis, all that, but still be hurting inside, have insecurities, and altogether look a mess. Sorry.
It's true.
But that's, it's just finding that identity that you need. So many people have an identity crisis, and they, instead of, dealing with it with themselves, they try to put their hurt off on other people and make them feel bad about, maybe I like this type of shoes, maybe I like this type of glasses, or, I like my nose or something. They try to hurt people. So
right.
That's my spiel.
And I think that's like a sign of immaturity as well. Like you're immature. You haven't yet come into understanding yourself and
that's good word.
These bad vibes. Like,
I remember here. I'm sorry, go Jody. Sorry.
That's it.
I remember hearing people say, like, to dark-skinned women, she's pretty for being a dark-skinned woman. That's not a compliment.
It's not.
That's not a compliment. like
not.
But again, who told you? Why would you think that because somebody's darker skinned, they're not attractive?
Right.
But because the standard of beauty was drained in you, that the more European you look and the less African you look, the better you looked. Which is a crock. And then the problem is when we do it to ourselves.
Yep.
And I know people joke about stuff, but kids can be very cruel when you're young, man. It's just they can be very
straight out mean.
They are. Is it just me, or do you remember like things that was said to you in elementary school, middle school? Like you remember, like, because they, that old saying, sticks and stones may break my bones with words. That's a lie. So that's a lie. Not that, because that is a lie. Because words hurt. They hurt, and they stay on you like a stain. They hurt.
Yeah.
I remember what was said, and I remember some of the stuff I did say. And people are guilty of that. All of us are. We've all said some stuff in joking fashion. And some people, when you're around your friends and y'all roast each other, because we used to roast each other back in the day, it was all love after, because you knew it meant nothing. But some people weren't in on the roast.
They took it in.
And they took it in.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead, Maya. You got something to say. I know you do. Because Kevin said you be preaching. Go ahead.
She does.
No, I mean, it just amazes me how much like businesses, marketing, advertising has such a major impact on people. And even thinking like in the plus size industry, like there's a certain type within the industry that does better than others.
In the plus size too?
Yeah. The same like hourglass shape. Yeah. So it's amazing to me how deep it goes.
So the community that demands acceptance
exactly.
discriminates too?
Yeah.
But that's normal though. That's true of all minorities, whether it's African Americans, Hispanics, blacks, women, it doesn't matter. Oppressed people oppress each other.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. Now that you say that, now I can see it. Because the popular plus size models they
all look the same.
They all look the same. You know what? You're right. Wow. I never thought about that. Ain't that something? But then, so how do other people feel when they try to preach acceptance of all looks, and then they kind of, I mean, help me out here, because their whole premise of the whole community is acceptance, right?
Right.
Wow, I never.
I mean, I think on a very entry level, people are accepting, but more so in terms of, again, marketing. As an influencer trying to work with, some brands, like if you don't fit a certain mold, you're not going to get, to a certain level of sponsorship, for lack of better words.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow.
Again, I think it goes back to the people who have the privilege and the opportunity should be using their voice for those who aren't getting the opportunity. So even as minorities, we still have a voice within our community. So if you are a plus size model, you should be,
advocating for others. Yeah.
Wow. This is opening stuff, but I hope this
Your mind is blown, Pastor Nick.
I know.
No, I mean, because literally now. Yes, because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wow, you are right. I never put two and two together. I'm not also, I mean, I'm on it, but I'm not on it. It's just, I never put two and two together to really say, but now that you say it, it makes sense. Because even like, you take it a step further. I remember when, what's her name was in Black Panther? Lupita.
Lupita, yeah.
Remember when Lupita was named the most beautiful woman on one magazine or something like that?
Yeah.
Everybody was all happy. Yeah, there's a dark-skinned woman, so. And me and this one guy said, I'm not saying that she's not beautiful. I'm talking about the only reason why they put her in that magazine is because she's not considered an African American. When's the last time you saw a dark-skinned African American even anywhere high on that list? Usually, if there's a darker-skinned person of color, it's because they relate more to Africa rather than African American.
Wow.
And me and the guy were talking. I was like, he said the same thing. He's like, I had a problem with that because they won't include African American women. Even though Lupita's, she was born in Mexico, I believe her father's African, and she spent most of her life over here. It's not about her per se, but if somebody's dark skinned or has a lot of African features, if she's from Africa, primarily like not African American, it's more acceptable than
more exotic.
Maya, look at you, Kevin. You're right. Thank you.
I told you.
Thank you. That's what it is. It's exotic.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Maya. See, we do dropping some gems and stuff.
I care every now and
then. Yeah, brush your food off.
She's gassing her head up now.
I gotta catch Maya on Monday.
but I'm not against. I'm not telling people. We're not telling people just look at your crazy way that you want to.
Who's gonna be that?
You and your little under the cover.
Right.
We're not saying it at all. Present yourself well. But I think that it's just always been a concern for me for years. And I'm like, why does every picture have to have a filter and a shade to it? Why? Like, people aren't going to ever see the real you. Eventually, somebody's going to get to know you. They're going to know that's not your BMW. You just took a picture in front of it, act like it was yours.
But also too, like the likes and the comments can be like addictive. So like, that's what they do it for. The more likes.
Once they created affirmation with social media, the addiction started.
That's all.
The addiction started.
What's so crazy is like you get likes from people that you don't even talk to in real life. So why?
Exactly.
I'm telling y'all, Maya dropped gems. That's Minister LeBou. I'm telling you.
I know. But y'all right. It's interesting, but because that affirmation thing, and you're right, Kevin. They don't even know you, but you want affirmation from folk that you don't even know,
right? Or like from people you don't like. It's just in real life. It's just,
yeah.
And we talked about it last time where this lady, she had like 1 million+ followers and could barely pay her electric bill.
I told you she had to pay.
It's fake because people are buying followers.
Yeah.
It's all
You
fake.
have to continually buy them afterwards, or is it a one-time deal?
They're like bots, right? If I'm not mistaken.
No, there's bots. There's people like you pay for people or robots to like your photos and whatnot. But Instagram started hitting down hard and taking all those followers away.
Oh, yeah, I remember when they did that.
Yeah, a lot of people lost their jobs because they don't have true engagement.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And when Twitter did that, where they cut off all those bot accounts, all those celebrities were upset because their followership went down from like 4 million to like 1 million.
Yeah.
Even some pastors went down because some pastors bought followers. They went from hundreds of thousands down to
Wow.
And they were afraid.
Kevin.
They were buying followers. Because again, the more followers you have, the better verified and all that stuff like that.
Wow. I didn't know that.
And now, I ain't gonna say that. Anyway, it's just nowadays. It's like nowadays, it's like you're a pastor / model.
Mm.
You know what? That is it.
And some people are known more for their Instagram posts.
Take sip of water.
Than their actual preaching.
Rudy, cheers.
So I'm taking the Joe, you stupid. and it would be easy for me to succumb to the pressure and start posting pictures of myself every day, doing random stuff in random clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that's bad, but do I want to be known by my marketing skills and my posts?
Yeah.
And I get it because now they understand it's a social media world, and the way to get further ahead is to be big on social media, have all that stuff.
But you can organically grow it. It just takes a while.
And people don't like being patient.
No.
And put it in the work.
Yeah.
Microwave. Everything has to be quick.
Oh man, the best food comes out the oven, man. Just saying.
Yeah.
And off the stove.
They're about them pastors now. They like to do them little 30-second videos, but their 45-minute sermon is not as good as you thought it was.
You said it.
You went and listened and got disappointed. You stupid.
Everyone take a drink of water for that one, yeah? Everyone.
Because I know who you're talking about, Kevin.
Huh?
No, we ain't naming no name. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
That's why I did it.
It's like watching this real good trailer for a movie, and then you sit through
right. It's like, I pay for this?
Yeah. But you know,
in the theater,
back in the day, people used to do that just when it was just preachers on TV. They would put their best 10-20 minutes up. And people thought they could actually do a whole sermon when they were on these big stations, just only putting up these one things. And then when they came to preach in person, they're like, what happened? Because they were only putting up their best part. Yo, Denise James is preaching in these comment sections.
I see her.
I know. I keep reading.
Yo, her stuff is good, man. Her stuff is good. I would, but if I wasn't secure in who I was, I would start just taking a whole bunch of pictures of myself, doing random stuff, out here doing this, getting ready for Sunday, taking pictures of myself studying, doing all this stuff like that. And it's not me, Something Denise said, eventually we get closer and closer to an AI tech. They're actually doing this now, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all stay woke. They're actually creating this AI tech now to make our virtual life seriously, this cyber reality. And they're really creating this. And here's the thing. If mental and emotional health issues are getting worse because of social media, imagine how bad mental health is going to be when this virtual AI stuff comes out.
Artificial intelligence, yeah.
It's going to be worse.
It's going to be like the Matrix,
Just like the Matrix.
Anyway, y'all want to have some fun.
Wait, can we talk about one more thing that Denise said?
Sure.
She said that she was on a HR team where they actually checked the social media accounts of the people that they were looking to hire. And if they didn't have a presence or a positive one, they would not get hired.
Wow.
Really?
I've heard that before, yeah.
So if you don't have social media, you won't get hired? Why?
Are you expecting us to talk about work on social media?
Yeah.
No, I think they want to make sure that you're not, for lack of a better term, a weirdo.
So
it's almost like you don't have social media. It's like, well, what are you hiding? That's what I think. That's how it's being perceived. That you're like you're hiding.
That's a reach.
But most of the weird people are on social media, though. I'm just saying. I'm like, I mean, I know people that they will never get on social media because they did all the studies of how it affects your mental health and stuff. Yeah. One of the guys that wrote a digital minimalism, he wrote a whole book on it, and his whole thing is tech. And he said, I'm not getting on it because of what it does and what the studies have proven.
Yeah.
If I did not have to be on Facebook for ministry purposes, I would not be on it. I would delete my account in a heartbeat and just be on Twitter. I like Twitter. Twitter's fun.
That's still social media, Pastor Nick.
Huh?
That's still social media.
I know. That's why I like Twitter. I would keep that one. Because I follow people on Twitter that I love the way they think. So they don't have books out, but I love their daily thoughts. So if you look at my follow list on Twitter, I'm not one who's going to follow a million people. It's certain people I love to see their tweets. And some people I have on there, just very few. They're muted. They don't know it. But it's obligation. So
no,
it's like I followed them before, and I'm like, I don't want to follow you to hurt your feelings. Just
no, you don't follow somebody. That's a fight,
right? Now,
because you might have different. Remember that thing everybody was doing, like Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. Like you could be different people on these different social media.
Ooh, y'all remember MySpace when the hardest decision was who's going to be in your top 5?
That was a problem.
That was a fight. That was hard. Yeah, that was a fight because if you don't have the right people in that top 5, man, please.
You take it on the top.
I used to hate when the new song would come out and you would put it on your page and you find somebody else with your song. I'm like, oh my God.
Right. You spend all that time making the right song. Yep.
Right.
It's still your background.
Your background and all that stuff. Man.
Your font, your text.
I still have mine. I went on there like last year just to look and see what was still on there.
Just music now, right?
They turned it into a music thing, yeah. But that guy, whoever Tom was, he made out good. When he sold it, he made out right.
Yeah.
All right, let's have some fun, y'all. Throw the
all right, here we go.
You got to pick or choose. So watch this, y'all. Ooh. Fresh out of the oven. Now notice I said fresh, warm and out of the oven. Brownies or cookies, warm out of the oven. Not they've been sitting around all day. Your great grandmama from Willoughby, Georgia, got the right amount of butter, sugar, and love all up in it. Fresh out of the oven, pulled right out. And baby, which one do you want? And you got to pick one or the other. Well, we usually with food stuff. Maya, she's dysfunctional, so we get her out the way first. So, but these are sweets though, so Maya might have a good choice on this one. But usually she says something crazy, so let's just clown her. We haven't bashed you all day, so
it's okay. You don't need
to. Go ahead and go first, so we can get you out of the way.
So for me, it depends on like how gooey the brownie is, or like
they're the way you want them. They're the way you want them. Look at her. She loves sweets. You see, this is hard for her. Other ones give me a hot dog.
I need to see your face.
Because she got a sweet tooth. Now, it could be any cookie. Your favorite cookie versus your favorite brownie.
I think it would have to be the cookies.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Really? Why?
Because they're just, I eat a lot of cookies. Like, they're one of those things like you just keep on, like, which is not good. I can have a brownie and be done.
Right. See Maya up top, Maya.
Boom.
So, Kevin, you're picking the chips too? The cookies are the cookies.
Of course. Come on. Cookies is one of those things, and you have a variety. You have sugar cookies, you have oatmeal raisin, you have chocolate.
You got the wrong cookie, Pastor Nick.
Yeah. Sugar cookies are disgusting. Great.
Pastor Nick. But and especially when they come out fresh out the oven. Oh. You guys ever had like McDonald's sugar cookies?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Now I'll really eat at McDonald's just for that.
Sugar cookies are disgusting.
But Maya, we hear sugar cookies. I mean, cookies in general.
Yeah.
Maya's happy on this one because if it was any other food, she would be confused. So you got 2 cookies. Oh boy, Antoine, what you got? I'm gonna save Johnson for later. Okay. I want the shade to go. Come on.
Mine is easy. Chocolate chip cookies.
You pick the cookie over the brownie too?
Oh man, I'm a cookie fanatic, man.
Yeah.
Yep. See,
y'all some sugar junkies, yo.
I can eat a whole 12 jar. Just bad.
Other Kevin.
I'm gonna go with the brownies.
Got to be different, huh?
Yeah, gotta be the brownies. And Kevin, I'm so disappointed. I guess that talk didn't work. That talk didn't work between you and I.
Listen, you did good last time. I don't understand. You see the trend. Cookies. Kevin, come on, brownies.
Nah.
Why?
Nah. Because it's something about a soft brownie, that's hot out the oven. That's just different, So yeah, I'm going with the brownie.
But listen,
it's no but. Period.
When the brownie sits for a while,
you're still going on. No,
cookies
period.
does.
Just drop it.
It's all right because the people in the comments are saying cookies. It's all right.
Who?
I'm seeing brownies.
Half of them probably not saying that's
buying followers. I'm buying comments.
Good, Joe.
I'm definitely going with brownies.
Hey.
I mean, I like cookies, but I don't love cookies. I love brownies.
Pound it.
Yo, I'm with Kevin, Jody. I'm going with the brownies, yo. And I love oatmeal raisin cookies.
Oh my goodness.
I love oatmeal raisin cookies.
Girl,
peanut.
Oh my God, they get in trouble.
Give her a cookie. She peanut.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mute myself.
You all right, man. You all right, bro? You cool? You good?
That's when I was on mute.
You all right, man? Let me break it down. I love oatmeal raisin cookies. I love peanut butter cookies. Chocolate chip is cool depending on who makes them. Sugar cookies are disgusting. Cookies are good, but brownies fresh out the oven, that's what you call love. You know what brownies give you that cookies can't? Substance.
Yeah.
But is it about substance?
Yes, it's depth to it. It's about that thick. And when it's nice and when you chew into it and it's just the love of chocolate that you feel, and you know what it is? You know what y'all are colorists because the cookies are lighter than the brownies. That's the problem.
We're about to get a dark chocolate cookie.
Y'all don't eat dark chocolate cookies. Stop lying.
I've had it.
Right.
What you say, Jody? What you say, Jody?
Things on brownies, ice cream, and all that stuff.
I was about to say that. You get some ice cream on top of your brownie. You ain't putting no ice cream on no cookie. I mean, you can, but is it really that good?
Chocolate cookie
cream ice cream.
I mean, I make ice cream sandwiches with like fresh cookies.
Yeah, but I mean, when the moistness of that brownie is love. It's substance. It's got texture to it. A cookie's all thin.
That stuff is nasty.
You don't like brownies?
No, I like brownies, not like gooey ones.
No, not
good,
but just substance to it. When you eat a brownie, you feel like you ate something. A cookie, you got to keep eating them to feel like.
I usually eat cookies like around Christmas time, so it's like the whole spirit of it.
Oh, you a seasonal cookie eater? Oh man!
I mean, I eat cookies throughout the year, but for the most part.
I take my high five back.
So Maya will have a hot dog and a cookie, and that'll be her. That'll be her meal.
Y'all ain't right.
I'm gonna bring you some cookies, Maya.
Maya.
I'm telling you, when we get back in person, we need to have a smorgasbord.
Oh man.
We talk about food entirely too much. I'm actually thinking about going to order a brownie, but I'm not going because it's 9 o'clock.
Where you order brownie from?
You got places, so you know.
Online. I got it. I run out.
You got places, but I'm not gonna get it though. It's 9 o'clock, but I'm
committed a personal foul.
They say Maya always commits personal fouls. She's weird. She is weird. But I mean, I like cookies, but that brownie fresh out the oven when it's hot.
Yeah.
It brings you what it brings you satisfaction. One cookie won't do that. That's why you got to keep going and get more and more.
So let me ask you. You like oatmeal raisin, right? You like oatmeal raisin cookies.
Yes.
So if you had to choose between the two for the rest of your life, what are you choosing?
Oh my.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would
Thank
give
you.
it cookies for brownies.
Thank you, April.
Kev, I told you a while back to drop you. Still
Oh,
going on about it.
because it's just it's disappointing.
I don't understand.
And the brownie's nice and moist, and it's love in there, man.
Yeah.
And look, and y'all talk about brownies a couple hours later. Them cookies get all hard after a while. And
That's the best.
no, the soft cookies are the best ones.
No, they crunch. That's the best.
I know.
I mean, are you talking about just the bottom or the whole thing being crunchy?
I know.
Huh?
Are you talking about the bottom being crunchy or the whole thing being
No,
crunchy?
the ribs.
Maya, no.
Really?
Soft cookies so far.
You know what?
Andre,
3 files, Andre.
continually disappoint us when we talk about soft baked cookies are the best cookies. They're better than regular cookies.
Yeah.
So Jody, I hope you have your notepad tonight. We learned something else about Maya. She likes hard 10-minute later cookies. Please write that down. Thank you.
Yes. And bring her the hot dogs and what else to say? And the baked beans, right?
And
Baked beans are good, yes.
And the baked beans.
and the sectional plates when you go to the barbecue.
That's a kid's meal. A hot dog, baked beans, and a cookie. That's a kid's meal. That's exactly what a kid's meal is.
Wait, is it baked beans or like homemade baked beans?
Baked beans are nasty in general. So
Yeah, baked beans are nasty.
I'm cool.
baked beans are nasty. So
Homemade baked beans?
yeah,
Beans
they're
are
nasty.
nasty.
I don't think I've ever had those.
Pork and
Oh.
beans are nasty.
I had some from like West Coast and they were really good, but
Baked beans, potato salad, all disgusting. So coleslaw,
Let's not even go into it. 'Cause
coleslaw.
So just write down all those notes, and also her future husband has to be a week
Oh,
young.
Look.
He said,
Hashtag leave Maya alone.
Oh,
Wait,
Let's bring that back.
Cajun style cookies. That's
Wait,
what?
you said Cajun style.
burnt.
That's burnt. So you like it when it's burnt at the bottom?
No, I actually like burnt food, yeah. Sorry.
Well,
What do you mean,
Burnt? Burnt?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So you like your hot dog charred,
Yeah.
where the skin is all burnt, and that'll give you colon cancer.
Gosh, I hope not.
All
It's
that,
good though.
all that char is not good for your body.
Oh. Okay.
See, Denise says that her brother's baked beans are life. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Eggs and bacon. I was like, wait, what?
Wait a minute, y'all have baked beans for breakfast too, with eggs and bacon?
and toast.
No.
I had
Maybe
that
you know what it is. You know what it is? I think we had baked beans so much as kids. I don't like it.
Yeah, out of the can.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just I ate them so much. I don't want them like oodles and noodles.
I didn't have it that way.
A good pack of oodles and noodles every now and again. Yeah.
They're not noodles. They're like some sort of manufactured.
All right, okay, the cup.
We already discussed this. We cannot eat oodles and noodles. If you're over the age of 25, you cannot eat oodles and noodles.
But to go back to the,
You can. You spruce them up.
No, because they're going to stay.
I don't know, man.
It takes longer to burn it off.
Yeah, you're gonna be on the treadmill for at least an hour.
Right.
All right, so we did pie and cake before.
Yeah,
No, we didn't. Did we do pie and cake before?
Yeah. I think
Yeah, you did, yeah.
pie and the cake before. Yeah,
So we did pies and cakes, cookies and brownies. What other desserts are there?
Ice cream.
Here you go. Let's do this now. What would you prefer? Ice cream or water ice?
oof.
Ice cream.
Can we?
Water ice.
It's actually not as easy as people think it is.
Why?
Because water ice does hit sometimes.
No, it doesn't. No, ice cream.
I would pick ice cream.
Yeah, is that even a thing?
So
No. Maya,
Mike and Kevin.
It depends on where you get it from. Like Sundays makes really good water ice.
Yes, they do.
So if it's from Sundays, definitely water ice.
Look at Kevin.
Maya. All right, Kevin, you're nuts.
That That's a hard one.
I told you it's gonna be hard. See, I told you.
It's hard.
Now, hold on. Now, is it like my favorite ice cream, or just like
Favorite ice cream
Can I
versus
take
your
my
favorite
answer?
water ice?
Ice cream.
ice cream? I'm gonna go ice cream.
I want to change my answer
Why?
because we make like the best homemade ice cream.
Ah.
So homemade ice cream.
Why I said I want to change my answer.
Yeah.
She felt the pressure. She's being shamed and she buckled.
No, I don't care about y'all.
Where's your sweet potato pie at? Where's your sweet potato pie at?
It's coming. We got another couple months.
Wow.
Hello, you supposed to be making some work in between. So I know Jody got ice cream. Antoine, you got ice cream too?
Yeah.
Yo, a nice brownie sundae. Woo! With some strawberries on that bad boy.
It's not. Gelatis are good though.
Gelatis are. I like a mixture of ice cream and water. Wait a minute, Kevin, you don't like brownie sundaes?
No, I do. When you guys,
check your head.
it's like, y'all keep talking about this water ice. Water ice is.
You don't like water ice at all?
What kind of water ice do you get? Have you had water ice?
You never had like mango water ice? Like
Keep all of it.
Have you been to Sundays? Sundays is really good. Have you been to Sundays?
No,
Okay,
Yeah,
try
mine is
the water ice
really
first. The cappuccino.
the cap.
Mhm.
Cappuccino.
That's good.
Water ice?
Yeah,
Look at Jody. Look at Jody.
you had to try it before you dissed it.
Maya. Coffee, water ice, Maya.
It's good. Have you had coffee ice cream? Good.
Coffee ice cream is pretty okay.
Mm-hmm.
I never.
But
had.
for ice cream, I need soft serve ice cream.
Yeah.
I don't like hard ice cream. I need soft serve
Yeah.
with some brownies, strawberry toppings on it. What do you say?
Y'all are so disrespectful. Soft serve ice cream?
Yes.
You about to make me I was about to break out in some Jamaican talk over here. Soft serve? No. Huh?
Family's from Jamaica.
Yes, both of my parents are from Jamaica.
I did not know that. That is one very nice island. I love ackee and saltfish, and some fried dumplings and some soursop. That was my breakfast. I would go down there sometime. Oh yeah, look, don't play now. Anyway, but soft serve is. I hate hard ice cream. It takes all long to get in there, and you gotta heat the spoon up just to.
Oh, I think I'm thinking of like from an ice creamery, like them scooping it into a bowl or something.
But even then, they give you that plastic spoon and it breaks because the ice cream's so darn hard. You gotta press through it like you just.
You're so dramatic. Ice cream cup like.
That is true though. The spoons break.
Soft serve. It was bad when the pandemic started. I went to the ice cream place and got a brownie sundae like 4 times in 1 week. It was horrible. It was bad.
No, we were making ice cream every Sunday.
I need to come to your house.
I would like.
Yeah, we had to stop because then COVID-19 is.
And you know what really happened? When the wintertime, we was wearing sweatpants all the time. So sweatpants don't judge you.
Yeah.
And then when it got warmer, you had to start wearing jeans. Your jeans was like, nah, bro.
Right. And you have jackets,
Yeah.
If you can cover all that up, you can hide it well.
Right.
With hot weather, you can't hide that.
Yeah, you start putting t-shirts on, you like,
Belly shirt.
All right, y'all, we got to get out of here. We'll be back second Friday in August.
Yeah.
We may do some pop-ups every now and then just to kind of, if something happens, we'll jump on and talk. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We stayed overtime. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Watch on Sunday. Sunday service 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we want y'all to watch communion. The lessons for communion. I don't know about y'all. They've been transformative for me. If you haven't watched the past couple of communions, the whole point is to change how you see it. And this Sunday we take this morning, you're going to see there's some stuff that we're going to add to communion that's going to make it even more powerful. Some stuff we've been missing. So, yes. Yeah, everybody go to Maya's house and get some. Don't do that. Don't you do that.
I charge you for it. That's fine.
What kind of ice cream y'all make?
Vanilla.
So this is what you do, right? Make some sweet potato pie.
Okay.
Make some vanilla ice cream. And bring it in so we can eat it one of the days we take.
Okay.
Y'all got to get some later when COVID's over, so we can see each other. When we all see each other again. All right, y'all. Bless y'all.
See y'all.
Bye.
Bye.